Hi there guys, it's Aaron from EUGamehost.com, and today what we're going to be doing is showing you how to install OpenVPN on your new VPS server. So first of all, why would you want to do this over buying, say, our standard VPN service, which you can purchase here? So the incentive for deploying this yourself over using our shared-based service is that, frankly, you're going to be getting your own private IPv4 address, meaning that the IP is not shared between multiple users. Now, this has benefits. For example, you could use it for whitelisting access to a remote server, for example, so that only you could access it. Whereas on this, you get shared static IPv4. Other benefits, you're going to be able to view DDoS attacks against your home network. With this here, you don't know if you're attacked or not. It's still filtered in the same manner. It still uses the same filters, but you don't get any records of it. It also ultimately means it's more private. You manage it yourself. It's not that we check anything, but it's completely managed by you at that point. And a lot of people just want to do it themselves. People enjoy this sort of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to our UK VPS package here. And for this, we have our UK VPS hosting here. All of this is protected by Cosmic Guard. So for this VPN, I would suggest going for UK VPS 1, just because it includes fair use unlimited transfer. However, realistically, for most home setups, you can get away with this. Now, this is limited to 2 terabyte transfer per month, which is the £2 VPS Club offer. But realistically, could very well be enough for you. So in that case, you could do it for £2 per month, prepay the year. But even with these, if you prepay the year again on these come down to £2.50 a month. So it's not really that much more for the unlimited. It's 50p a month more to get the unlimited transfer. So you may as well, right? But yeah, so we're going to head over to our VPN panel now. So this will be after you've purchased it. So now we are in our Fusion control panel. So you'll access this via going to the billing area and then just clicking log into control panel after you've paid. Now I won't show that because it's inside of the account. But you will then be greeted with this wonderful screen here, so we can name the server. So we're going to call this our OpenVPN server. And we're going to come down. And now you could use Debian for this, but in this case we're going to use Ubuntu 22.04. And we're just going to, you could also, by the way, the £2 VPS Club also includes Windows, just in case you want pardon my French, a £2.50 Windows server. But yeah, so we're going to install Ubuntu on this right now. So it's going to quickly install. It's stupidly quick to install. Very, very, very good panel. I absolutely love Fusion. Not only does it look gorgeous, right, but it's also so ergonomic. Something that's going on anyway. So these are all NVMe based. We're using that 4.0 NVMe drive on our UK rack. Me and Will very lovingly built out our UK rack space. I think we've got, I know we have 3 racks now. I've not been down there like 2 weeks, but the 3rd rack should be about half full now. But yes, so once you've done this, what will happen is we'll automatically email you logins to know. Should you ever forget your password, just click this, reset password, select the user root, or if it's Windows, administrator, and it'll email you a new one. Now finally, what we're going to do is we're going to head over and grab this GitHub script here. Now you may be saying, is this not cheating? Are you not cheating in doing it this way? Yes, very much so, but it's so much easier. And arguably, this implements a lot of additional security that frankly, you're probably not going to do if you were to do such a more traditional install. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the script and we're going to open this up and we're going to run through the installer together. So we're going to run this. It's going to install this VPN now, and then we're going to run the script here. It's that simple. So then we're going to run through this. And so you're going to select the IP that it's already picked up by default. Do you want to enable IPv6? In our case, no. EU Gamers does not support IPv6. Other hosts may do, or if you're using a v6 only VPS, then you may need that. So you get to pick your port choice 1 to 3. So 1 is 1194, which is the default. We're also going to show you how to apply our custom OpenVPN DDoS protection filter to further secure the server. We're going to leave this on 1. UDP is faster after all for this. We're going to leave this on 11. Do you want to? You can use whatever DNS you want. Or you can even use your own self-hosted DNS servers. We're going to run through the install, customize encryption settings, no, press need to continue. So this will now install it. we can then generate a config and import that into our OpenVPN client. I suggest using, I think it's the 2.4 official OpenVPN client. I'll have that linked down in the description for you guys, alongside with a link to some of our offers. I may even chuck a promotional code in there if I'm feeling generous. So to take a quick look down there, but I'll put the links to the GitHub where we found the script and also just the commands as well. Well, just bypass that. So we're going to call this Aaron, and we're going to select an option for add a passwordless client. We're here for a passwordless client, so you can just import the config. So we've now imported the config. Now the next step is we're going to FTP into our server to download the config. Now for this process, I do, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Now for this process, I do highly suggest using either FileZilla or WinCSP, but realistically your flavor of choice for FTP clients is well, it's your flavor of choice. But we're just going to use the SSH details that we were emailed, so the same ones we used to log in via PuTTY to run the installer, to FTP into our VPS. From here, you will see the OpenVPN config we've just downloaded. So we're just going to download this now, and that is as simple as that. Now I obviously already had one, but now we can just go to our FTP client, we can right click on that and import this config, and it will work out the box. There is nothing else you need to do to make this work. If you are using another hosting provider, there are no other steps. Now with EU Game Host, there is an optional step that I highly suggest you do, which is applying our application DDoS filter. So I'm going to show you that now. So now we are back in our very own file manager created via Poly. So the task we have here is to apply the OpenVPN filter to the port that we have selected for our OpenVPN. Now, a lot of hosts won't have application-based filters like this. This is something quite unique to us. We have a huge range of application-based filters, and it's just that extra layer of security that you can add to your server. So if you're gaming online and people try and, DDoS your home, for example, you're not going down. Whereas, say, other hosts, if you were to, say, buy a cheap VPS from someone else, there's no application filters, you're just using their baseline protection, which in our case is still very good, but it's not as good as this. So what we're going to do is we're going to navigate to the filters section of our panel. In here, we're going to click Add Filter. From this list here, we're going to come down and we're going to pick the OpenVPN filter. We also have a WireGuard filter, should you be opting that instead. So we're going to go to OpenVPN. Now from the drop down, the default is TCP, but we're going to pick UDP because that is what we have selected on the installer, for it is faster. We are also then going to select the port that we picked for our OpenVPN client. So in this case, I selected 1094. You may have selected a different port. Just enter whatever port you selected. That is all. Now we've applied the application-based filter to our VPN. So it's going to be more secure. It's going to be faster as well because it's not going to be incorrectly picking up legitimate traffic as attack traffic. So all in all, I highly suggest you do this step. But yes, if there's any questions, let us know. I'm going to link to everything you need to do this in the description. I will probably put a promotional code for you guys if I'm feeling generous, but we'll have to see. But regardless, we've got some awesome offers. We're running 50% off the entire year on UK VPS when you prepay the year. Alongside our £1 and £2 VPS Club offers, which frankly, even the £1 VPS Club offer, which is £12 per year, so half the price of our standard VPN config, would do a lot of users perfectly fine. But yeah, any questions, let us know, and have a wonderful day, guys.